Hello dear friends and companion of the Bahman channel. I am glad that you chose this video. We are with you today with another transcendental experience. The night the jinn came. My name is Bahman, and for most of my 64 years, if someone had mentioned the jinn, I would have laughed. I was a poor, uneducated construction worker, not prone to superstitions. But there was one night when I was about 26 that changed everything and forced me to believe. My friend Saber and I were staying late at a half-finished rice husking factory near the swamp, working as guards to earn extra money. That night, the air was thick, heavy, and humid. A dense fog was rolling in, and my intuition, which was usually strong, told me that this night was different. As we ate dinner, a local dog barked fiercely and then went completely silent, a strange sign, as dogs only bark at strangers. We looked outside. The fog was everywhere, and rain had begun to fall. Saber confessed what he'd heard. People claimed something near the old dry plane tree would scream at night. I tried to joke, suggesting it was just villagers playing tricks. But before I could finish the sentence, a scream erupted, loud, long, and murderous. My body went cold and the hair on my arms stood up. Saber was terrified, his face white as plaster. We grabbed the flashlight and cautiously walked towards the ancient tree. The fog was so thick that the sound seemed to shift locations every time we turned, as if something was mocking us. When we reached the massive, hollow tree trunk, we found a deep, fresh, small footprint right at the base. It looked like something heavy had stepped there. Strangely, the tracks ended right there. Before we could figure out how, the scream came again, this time right behind us, extremely close. We spun around. I saw a quick shadow dart through the fog like a wisp of smoke. We ran for the factory, but then we heard it. Soft, slow footsteps following us like someone walking barefoot. We stopped, and the steps stopped. We tried to run again, and the steps started. Suddenly, the flashlight died. In the absolute heavy darkness, I saw a short shadow standing in the mist. It had no definite form except for two burning yellow dots for eyes shining in the dark. I grabbed Saber's hand, feeling his body tremble, and we ran while screams erupted from all sides, left, behind, and even seemingly from beneath the ground. The road to the factory seemed endless. We finally slammed the metal door shut. We lit a dusty oil lamp. We were shaking and gasping for breath when we heard a thud-thud from the roof. Someone or something was walking on the flimsy, sloping tin roof. The footsteps were heavy, dragging slowly as if the walker was injured and pulling their foot. The sound stopped. Saber went to lock the door from the inside. As he reached it, 3 powerful knocks slammed against the other side. I couldn't speak, my knees were shaking. I shone the lamp down and saw a non-human shadow in the crack under the door. A foot, but it seemed to have no toes. A moment later, a quiet, muffled breathing sound came from behind the door. Then the oil lamp flickered and went out. I called for Saber, but got no reply. My heart was pounding, terrified that something had happened to him. I frantically found the lamp and relit it. Saber was gone. The factory door was standing open. There, on the muddy floor, were the same strange footprints we saw under the tree. They led inside, ending abruptly behind the rice husking machine. Only one of Saber's shoes lay on the ground. I looked up. Near the iron beams, I saw a shadow crouching and looking down at me. I could clearly see those terrifying yellow eyes. My hands shook so badly that I dropped the lamp, plunging us into darkness once more. A heavy sound came from above. Something had dropped. I ran for the door, but it was held firmly shut from the outside. I pounded on the metal. He could finally speak. He whispered that the creature behind the tree had brought him there. He explained that the jinn hates people. It doesn't kill, but it torments them to the brink of death. He had only cut his foot on a sharp rock while the jinn was dragging him. I searched the area, following the tracks back to the dry plane tree. This time, near the tree's roots, I saw fresh blood on the ground, leading into the rice field. I followed the bloody trail through the wet, squishy ground. Finally, I found Saber lying motionless and muddy. His foot was cut and bleeding. When he could finally speak, he whispered that the creature behind the tree had brought him there. He explained that the jinn hates people. It doesn't kill, but it torments them to the brink of death. He had only cut his foot on a sharp rock while the jinn was dragging him. We struggled back toward the road. Saber warned me, "Bahman, it is still following us." As we neared the road, we looked back. In the fog stood the shadowy creature. This time its form was clearer, slightly over 1 meter tall with a distorted body, unnaturally long arms that reached its knees, and hairless, cracked skin. Its yellow eyes were still burning. The creature bent down, ready to spring. We were trapped. Just then, a miracle. A loud tractor appeared and its powerful light swept over the fields. When the light hit the creature, it let out a roar neither human nor animal and vanished instantly like smoke. The tractor driver Bond appeared, and its powerful light swept over the fields. When the light hit the creature, it let out a roar neither human nor animal and vanished instantly like smoke. The tractor driver helped us escape. As we drove away, I looked in the mirror and swore I saw those two yellow eyes looking down from the branches of the dry plane tree. The next day, the engineer fired us for abandoning our post. I was convinced the ancient hollow tree was the Jinn's home, as all the tracks ended there. Despite Saber's desperate fear that the creature would retaliate, I got a can of kerosene and poured it over the black, rotting trunk. It was hard to light because of the rain, but finally the flames caught. As the fire consumed the tree, a sound of voice came from deep within the burning wood. We stayed until the tree was reduced to nothing but black ash. We destroyed its home, but I still believe the creature is out there. Even years later, I sometimes feel like someone is screaming. This story is like opening an old dark chest in the attic. You know there are shadows inside, but you never expect the sheer terror of what might reach out and grab you.